Hey, what's good, fam? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube, coming to you on Wednesday, May 17th. Lead off with Justice Haynes making the presidential list at the University of Alabama. The freshman running back not only turning heads on the field, but doing what he needs to do in the classroom. 4.0 GPA. Also making the president's list this spring for the Alabama football team, Terrion Arnold, one of the top defensive backs returning in college football. Freshman Caden Proctor should be one of Alabama's starting offensive linemen this coming season. Olas Aline coming in from Finland. Wilkin Formby. Good to see three big men leading the way. Presidential list, you have to make a 4.0 GPA. Cole Adams, Des Ricks, Antonio Kite also make the presidential list. Big salute to those young men putting in work on the field and especially in the classroom. Remember, we spoke about this after Jalen Hurts received his master's. Nobody can take your education away from you. Nobody. Good stuff. New offers in for the Alabama Crimson Tide. According to Andrew Bono of Bama Insider of On 3, Preston Tamua out of Hawaii getting some attention from Alabama offensive line coach Eric Wolford. Love to see it. Bring in more prospects from Hawaii. Such great football down there. Isaiah Mosey, a wide receiver out of Missouri, also saying that he got an offer from Alabama most recently. And then Tanuk Haynes, a wide receiver out of Houston, saying that he was recently offered by the Crimson Tide. How about this? Bryce Young, his jersey already among the top 10 most popular in terms of sales for the NFL, following him being the number one pick in the NFL draft. Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. He's number one, highest sales. Jets want that jersey. Jets hungry for some Rodgers action. Jalen Hurts, former quarterback at Alabama and at Oklahoma, number 2 in terms of most jersey sales. And then number 10 thus far, Bryce Young. Recently, Carolina Panthers said that Bryce Young is number 2 behind quarterback Andy Dalton, who the Panthers brought in as the vet. This is a quote from The Athletic. When he's ready, when it's best for the team, that's when we'll look at making the transition. Panthers head football coach Frank Wright said about Young per Joseph Person of The Athletic. But when we come back out here on Monday, that was this past week, Andy will be taking the first team reps with the 1s. Bryce will be with the 2s. Bryce is going to get a lot of reps. He'll likely even get a few more than Andy, as he's just a new guy. I have a feeling that Bryce Young is going to be the starter sooner than later. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We appreciate you guys more than you know. Want to talk a little bit about the NBA. I've been watching the playoffs, fam. Have you? Nuggets 132, Lakers 126. Jokic going crazy last night in the Western Conference Finals Game 1. In 42 minutes, he had 34 points, 21 boards, and 14 assists. Jamal Murray had 31. The Lakers led by Anthony Davis, who had 40 and 10 boards. Oh, it's crazy watching Jokic going down the court like a point guard, right? He had 10 boards in the first quarter. Crazy. Boston and Miami playing the Eastern Conference Finals tonight at the Garden. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. A couple nights ago, you saw Tatum drop 51. That was crazy. That was a crazy performance. I think it was a record for most points scored in Game 7. Celtics are an 8-point favorite. Jimmy Butler, as you know, been on fire. 31 points per game in the playoffs, including games where he's posted 56 and 42. The NBA lottery is set. Where do you think Brandon Miller is going to go? was reading this morning, looks like he could potentially land up in Charlotte, the number 2 pick. At 6'8", he has great shooting ability. Led the Tide this past season, 8.2 boards. Free throw percentage of 85%. Wouldn't it be crazy if Brandon Miller heads to Charlotte, same place as Bryce Young, right? That'd be crazy. It was unbelievable that each of those guys were playing in Alabama this past season, considering they're the 2 most heavily coveted prospects in quite some time, going to the NFL or to the NBA. People in Charlotte would be happy. All right, last thing I wanted to cover. Alabama softball will host a super regional once again as the number 5 seed. A lot of people curious about the number 5 seed, considering Alabama does have 18 losses, but then again, you have Montana Fouts. So Alabama will play Long Island University on May 19th. That's Friday at 6 p.m. Central Arkansas and Middle Tennessee will play at 3:30 p.m. That's the game before, both games on ESPN+. And the big question is whether Montana Fouts is going to be healthy. After falling on her leg against Tennessee in the SEC tournament, I think her status is still unknown. People talking about Central Arkansas in the Super Regional, considering that they have 44 wins. If Montana Fouts is healthy, that Alabama is going to be in good shape, right? So her health is the number one thing for Alabama to make a run in the softball tournament. We know that. Fam, I hope you have a beautiful day. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My name is Kyle Henderson. Actually, before I go, I want to make sure that you saw that footage of Tyler Booker that we added to our YouTube channel. Thanks to Pro Limit Athletes, Coach Ike, allowing us to use that footage. It was, as soon as I saw that footage, I was like, man, this dude is a monster, because I rewind to the spring season when Tyler Booker was talking about mentality, talking about bringing that nastiness back to the offensive line. He's only a sophomore. I think it's hard to, when you have somebody who is speaking at that level, when you have somebody speaking that is that dialed in, you associate that with him being a vet. This guy's only a sophomore coming in. Love to see it. I love that he's developing that leadership mentality going into the summer season. And by the way, his footwork, athleticism, agility, all looked great. Tyler Booker, keep working, man, because pretty soon we're going to see you on Saturdays, but I think eventually we're going to be seeing you on Sundays. Have a great rest of your day. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube.